there's some really serious questions that Labor needs to answer this week, and so far they haven't resolved any of them. Each Way Albo told us last week that he had a plan for the industrial relations future of this country. He didn't tell us that it would have cost a $20 billion tax. Yesterday, Sally McManus and the ACTU let another cat out of the bag, and that is that Labor's plan to deal with the casualisation of the workforce would result in the forcible taking of 25% of the wages of casual employees subject to their plan. When are you going to come clean, Mr Albanese? When are you going to come clean, Black Hole Burke? Labor say they are going to stand in the way of the reforms the Coalition have put forward to this parliament to provide a fairer deal for all Australians in the industrial relations landscape. They say they'll stand in the way of providing the option for people, if they choose to, leaving power in the hands of working people. They say they'll stand in the way of giving them the right to be able to choose whether or not to convert from casual to part-time or full-time permanent work. They say they will stand in the way and block reforms to stop wage theft and make it a criminal offence here in this country. They stand in the way of protecting vulnerable workers who face the theft of their wages. They say they'll stand in the way of making the economic reform necessary to get the bloke who's been on the unemployment queue and desperately wants to get back on the job the chance he needs to have the dignity of work once more. It's not enough for Labor to just say no deal. When their plan has hidden traps that would take away the wages of casual workers to the tune of an average of $7,900 a year or $153 a week, they need to look the single mother who's working casual and trying to make ends meet, look her in the eye and tell her why she should be $7,900 worse off on average. And they need to look the bloke in the unemployment queue who's been doing his very best to get a job in the eye. Look him in the eye and say why they're going to preference their mates in the union movement over that bloke's right to get back to work. It's not on, and Each Way Albo cannot get away with refusing to come clean on their real plan for getting Australians back to work, because the fact is they just don't have one. Any questions?
Thank you very much.
Have a beautiful day.